if we think about workload characteristics, specifically to AI, some of the things we think about is, are we training the AI or are we using it as an inference engine? And those are very different kinds of workloads. So if you're training your AI, if you're using the platform to train your models and your AI from models, that takes an awful lot of the demands are substantially higher if you're trying to educate or train your AI to become what you want it to be. Versus while inference workloads are really just much simpler in terms of contextually from those two. They're more steady state, they're more predictable, they don't have bursts of education, if you will, or pulling in data and processing data. And then the amount of data, the volume of data that you're processing and transfer costs associated with that. So when you're looking at cloud workloads, for example, you're going to have ingest exfiltration cost associated with any data you're transferring out of the cloud to someplace else. So that's a factor to think about when you're building out the workload characteristics. Is it going to be pushing a lot of information to the consumer of your AI? And then really the last one is the consistency. Is this really just a workload that is steady state that just keeps continuing operating in a similar way every month? Or is there going to be huge spikes that you have to design for? And those are the factors in terms of what type of workload it is that are very similar to the type of workload considerations when you're considering cloud versus on-prem to begin with. But what's different about these characteristics are when you think about AI, you really have to think about are we training or are we using this as an inference engine? So spoiler alert, if you're training, you should do it on-prem. If you're using it in an inference model, then there's an opportunity to look at the cloud.